Well, first superstar singer Katy Perry was calling for love and union to fight terror following the deadly attack in Manchester. Now other celebrities are joining in. Singer Justin Timberlake tweeted this: "My thoughts and prayers are with all those affected by this horrific act in Manchester. We need to do better. We need to love one another." Miley Cyrus posted this on Instagram and reads in part, "This must end. No more war, no more innocent lives taken. LOVE." Well, joining me now is former Love Connection, speaking of love, host Chuck Woolery. He's currently the host of the podcast Blunt Force Truth. Chuck, it's great to see you.
It's nice to see you, Cheryl. First of all, let me establish the fact that I am a kafir, and I am also, that's described by Islam. I would be a kafir, and so would Justin Timberlake, and so would all of those other people, Katy Perry and all the others. So now that you know that I'm a kafir, I'm also a registered Islamophobe. I am really against the Islamic political religion. It is mostly religion wrapped in politics, and most people in Los Angeles, most people in the music business, they don't really know this stuff. They just, it's really back to the 60s. It's let's all love each other, and that's great, but that's not how the world works. It's how we might like it to work, and it sounds good, but it's also very easy. So it's easy to be against war. It's very difficult to wage war, and we're with people now who really want to kill us. So I welcome the sight of Katy Perry going up to a terrorist bomber, putting her arms around him and say, "I love you to pieces." Because she will be in pieces right after she does that.
I do like her music, so I don't want to see that. Yes. And I want to say that we need to really make that clear distinction between radical Islam and Islam. You know, Islam by its definition is a peaceful religion. There's radical Islam and there's jihadi, and I think that that's where the world is weak and where we're nervous.
You know, I disagree with you, and I disagree with this whole moderate thing. I don't think there are moderate, there are peaceful. I don't have any problem with Muslims. I really don't. Not as people. My problem is with Islam and the principles of Islam, and they are principles that are founded in jihad. And so when you say moderate Muslims and they're really good ones and all that, well, those are the people. Some of the people are. The principles behind Islam are pretty nasty things, and they are political mostly. They are not religious, and that's where we're fooled, and that's where everybody in Hollywood is fooled. They're looking at saying, oh, but they're religious, they're peaceful. They're not. It is not about that. It is about the political. We could debate, but I do want to get back to the celebrity side of this because but I will say this. I mean, you know, I've been listening to these celebrities coming out, and I understand that they're upset. But I mean, Katy Perry is a multi-million-dollar recording artist who has security guards and lives in Los Angeles and God knows where else. I mean, these are people that don't. I'm sorry, but maybe not live in reality. You've got your Hollywood background. You tell me, are they out of touch with terrorism? It's not even that. I tell you what, there's a certain amount of fear involved in this and appeasement. There's more going on here than meets the eye. When Katy Perry does another concert, she's going to pray that no Islamic terrorist shows up there and blows up the thing, and so is everybody else. They're afraid, and they're trying to say, look, we're friends of yours. We're not the ones who are against you. We love you. But and it's out of fear. That's my take on this, that there's another level to this that no one's talking about, and maybe that's a little extreme, but then again, I'm an extreme kind of guy. Yeah, well, let's talk about another issue that, I'm getting that, but I still love you. I watched you as a kid. Chuck, really quick, I do want to ask you, this travel ban. We just had news break on that really quick, and I want to get your take on the travel ban. I mean, do you support the travel ban? Or do you feel like we need to still kind of have somewhat of an open border? Well, I thought yes would cover it, but Cheryl, absolutely yes. And again, this is talking about the religious side of Islam. It is a political system wrapped in religion. It will deceive you and fool you. The politics of Islam is dangerous. Sharia law, they think, is superior. It says superior. Islam says you will submit. That's exactly what it means denotatively. So you will submit to a superior law. It is anti-constitutional. It can't possibly coexist with us as they want us to coexist. It just cannot do it.
The radical effects of jihadi terrorism, like we saw 3 nights ago in Britain, no one wants to see this anymore, I think.
This is not going to stop.
Yeah.
This is not going to stop until we
absolutely come face to face with it and stop it. And this whole thing about the travel ban, it's very interesting. They're not using the Constitution as a travel ban. They're using everything Trump said on the trail about Muslims and saying, okay, he's anti-Muslim. If he were anti-Muslim, we would have a travel ban with every Muslim country. We do not. He's trying to protect us. And if we don't let them, we're going to be Europe. And you don't want to be Europe, not where it is now. Believe me, you do not want to be there.
I've heard that discussion already happening. Chuck Woolery, it was great to have you on the show tonight, and thank you so much for your commentary.
I'm sorry I'm a bearer of bad news. And don't forget Blunt Force Truth with me and Mark Young at bluntforcetruth.com. We'll see you there and talk about all of this stuff.
I'm still a fan, and way to get that plug in at the last minute. I love it. Chuck, thank you so much.
Thank you, Cheryl.